What's up everybody, welcome to another video in the Ideal Auto Factory. We talk about RC drifting, vinyl wrapping, go-karts, and anything else automotive related. If you are new here, consider subscribing or liking the video, or just enjoy what you see. You can subscribe and like it later, watch a few videos, see how you like the channel. Today's video is going to be all about this driver wrench, this quick change MIP 2mm hex driver. Keep God first. Let's get into this video. I have a Yokomo MD1 and I got it for a bargain, okay? No one's ever paid full price for a Yokomo MD1 in like ever since the first year it came out apparently. The chassis just isn't what people wanted. Now the Yokomo MD2, that's a little different, but we're not going to discuss all this MD1 stuff. I just want you to know that I got mine pre-built and it's got soft screws and the screws have stripped, and I made a video about how to remove said strip screw, and I didn't use an MIP tool. I used my Yokomo 2.0mm driver. So here you can see two similar 2mm drivers, one by Yokomo and one by Tai. We'll just say that for now. And when you go up here, you can see they look pretty much the same. One's gold, one's silver, and they both are 2mm. And I did not get these like how I got this. This I got from my local hobby shop for $20. These two combined were less than $20. This, it all came as, you know, by itself like this, and it does not cost as much as this one thing that doesn't even have a handle. So why is that price difference so drastic? I could get two 2mm actual drivers, and then here goes it's called a speed tip. But this, because it's MIP, they are the leader. So I don't, it says made in the USA first of all, which is really awesome. I know for a fact this is one of those rebrand of a toolkit. Now Yokomo, I'm not sure what they are offering, but this looks like something you can have branded for yourself. Like I could go online right now and just be like, hey, let me get a toolkit with my Ideal Auto Factory symbol on it. And I could either get it in this form with something there saying Ideal Auto Factory, or put it there. And I can get these two. But MIP is a lot different. So I have this. I definitely do own MIP tools. Like I have a 2.5 here. And this one has never failed me or anything. So now that we got that out of the way, what I want to do now, I have some screws on here that still are not coming out, and I need to get them out. Okay, so here we go already. I'm like, there's a walkability here. I can move it left and right. See that? That's how much play I have in this hex. And it doesn't want to come out. So I'm going to get the speed tip here and put it in there. Now, one thing I want to note, this bad boy has, hey, it has a cover on its tip. So you take that off, it's like, what you trying to say, it can cut me? It can cut me here? Either way, we're about to give it a shot. So MIP versus this one. Let's play, definitely let's play. And now I'm just gonna trust it and twist. Boom, out of there. That's one. Let's go 2 for 2. Ooh, and you hear how tight that is. That's definitely some serious stuff. Now I haven't rounded these out previously, like trying to use the other tools. I pretty much stopped because I thought to myself I would be drilling out every single screw in this thing if I don't get something better. And of course, in the Facebook comments, a couple of people, Kevin from RCO brought up a good point. He was like, hey, you know, if you don't put yourself in this predicament in the first place, you wouldn't have to, you know, use that method that I did. And of course, I completely agree. Sadly, I got a second hand, and I'm not knocking whoever built it. It doesn't matter. There's tools that fix this stuff. Like, this is what we love to do. If I didn't want to end up in a situation like this per se, I would just go buy the kit myself and build it piece by piece. So there's a point there. If you don't ever want to run into this situation, don't buy secondhand, and you'll never run into this situation because you'll be the one torquing down your own screws and your preventative measures already taken. And then Joey from Super G, he brought up another point. He was like, you know, there's been so many times screws have been rounded out, hexes have been rounded out at the shop, and then somebody goes and gets their MIP tool, and then it just works. So in this case, it did work. Now it's not rounded out, but I do have one that is. So let's do that one now. So right there, these two, this one and the one on the other side are rounded. And I'm about to break this one loose because I think I stopped ahead of time on this one. So I'm about to try and break it loose with the MIP tool instead of drilling it out. And here we go. Confident twist, and it comes right out. Confident twist there. All right, now this one, that was hard to twist, by the way. That wasn't no just like, oh yeah, I'm going slow. These things are tight, all right? So now I'm pushing firm pressure down, and I'm gonna try to twist this one and succeed based off of it already doing a bunch of them already. So let's go. Oh my gosh. Wow. And it did it. Let's end the debate right here. There it is in my hand. Now, give it a year or so. Will it still hold up? I don't know. But hey, this video is going out now. And it's here now. So in a year, I'll still be able to comment if you guys want updates on how well this tool is holding up. Oh my gosh, I just did that, and now it makes me want to put the cover back on. And yeah.
Oh, was I in your?
No, you weren't in the other part, but
oh, okay, sorry.
You're fine. But yes, the MIP tool definitely worked wonders, and it's not a game. So I'll admit, I was like, man, these screws are soft. I don't care what tool you got, it's too soft. I'm eating my words right now because this did the job. And of course, if you have this in the first place, meaning before the screw or the hex is rounded off at all, this will do the trick. Are you willing to spend $20 on one tool to save you this much time? My drill in the previous video is more than $20. The drill bits don't even come from the same place I got the drill. So that's gas money and all this other stuff. Get over to your local hobby shop, and if you don't have MIP tools, definitely use them. Maybe you want to say, oh, I'll save them for when the problems come. Yeah, have them in the, safe, or have them where they're, guarded by passcode or whatever until you really need to take them out, like an emergency 10mm set. But either way, I'm gonna stop ranting. Proof's in the pudding, or the MD1 here. MIP tool, done. Get you one and go have some fun. Keep God first. I will catch you on the next video.